Good. Happy Friday. Friday. Is it Friday? It is Friday. Hello, good morning. I'm Tracy. I'm in my studio, and if you joined me yesterday, I'm wearing the same exact thing I had on yesterday. You know why? Because I'm going to the gym right after. So, good morning. I'll give everybody a chance to pop on. Whoops. There we go. There we go. Here we go. People are popping on. Okay, here we go. Good morning. It's day 5. I have completely loved this experience. Good morning, Dee. Please, if you're watching, don't be shy. You can come out of the woodwork. Good morning, Penny. Penny, I have a package for you. I was thinking about you yesterday. We need to schedule a little trip soon to paint. I've been on the ball. You know what happens when I'm not working? I fill my day with just so much stuff. So yesterday I got a lot done, and I'm ready to hit it again today. And I'm actually going to work all weekend. I'm going to paint. I've been working. Okay, can you guys hear me? Can you see me? Yeah. Built-in microphone. Good morning. Good morning, Terry. Good morning, Dee. Good morning, Judy. Good morning, Brenda. Good morning, Donna. So you can see who is logging in now. Okay. Donna is here, and we have something to announce. So this is cool. And I want to do a little giveaway for those of you. I love that Penny said, I have a gift for you. And she goes, how exciting. Can't wait to see you. Not the gift, me. Okay. I need to be reminded, maybe Donna, I'll just give away something. Maybe some brushes, maybe some stamps, maybe some something. I don't know. But for those of you who are joining me in this challenge all week, I really want to see your pages, and I really want to share your pages. And I'm trying to think, the best way is probably, first off, that you give me permission to share your artwork. I'll put your name on it. But I want to do a little recap of what we did. And I want to share your pages. So maybe best would be to email me or put them on my Tracy Weinzapfel Studios page. That might be easier. What's easiest? Then I'll pick a random winner. How about either or? And I'll just go and save the photos. Yeah, okay. Thumbs up. Yeah, that's working. Good morning, everybody who is joining me. Please don't be shy. I see lots of people are logging in, and that's good. We really will start at 8:30. And don't worry, we're on day 5. If you missed day 1 through 4, Brenda said she cross-posted on her page and Instagram and begged. I really appreciate that. I'm so bad at asking, but part of this being my business and my life and my passion is asking for those to share. I've always been one who's like, no, I don't want to bother anybody. But you know what? I want to bother people in 2020. And I got my word of the year. I found it. I didn't really find it. I kept putting it out there, and somebody made this suggestion, and I really want to give credit where credit is due. Might be Glenda. I'm not sure who suggested it, but I'm going with that word. And we're going to talk about it next week, but I'm not going to share. I'm going to try not to share because I want to create a page specifically using my word of the year. So thank you for sharing. We're really not officially starting for a minute, but that's okay. You'll catch the replay. I think I'm going to take this off because I'm a little warm. And don't be impressed by my lack of, dressing. I kind of put a plan in my head, and if the plan deviates, then I miss things, and I don't want to miss things, but I've been working since about 5 this morning. So welcome to my studio. I'm Tracy Weinzapfel, and it's spelled almost not exactly how it's spelled. I mean, sounds like it's spelled, but it doesn't. I welcome you to my studio. It's day 5. It's day 5. And if you missed days 1 through 4, do not hesitate and to go watch 1 through 4 on YouTube. You can catch up. This has been approximately a half an hour a day, and I'm going to tell you, just this half an hour a day all week has changed my life back to what is priority and what is important. Because I've gotten away. My parents were here. The holidays hit. Now I'm freezing. I got to put this back on. Sorry. I didn't realize how cold it was without this. So it has helped me to get back to my habit. And that is a great habit to have. I've been fortunate to do it with you guys. This is not the last challenge I am doing in 2020. So don't hesitate. And I have enjoyed breaking things down. Sorry, I got colder than I thought. It's not as warm in here. Anyway, and if you have enjoyed it, I do want to do a giveaway. I just mentioned it because I want to see your pages. And even if you've already shared them, if you don't mind, I'm going to drop my email address in here. There we go. Shag. Don't shag. I think that means something in England that... okay. I'm going to pick out a random winner, and I'm going to send you a gift and thank you. So I want to share all the pages that have... you guys have been sending them to me, and you can email them. You can tag me, put them on Tracy Weinzapfel Studios, my Facebook page, and tag me, and I will save them because I could not believe what this week has brought back to me. And I have seen pages that have inspired me with different borders. I have handwriting, different flowers, copying it similarly but different colors. It has been beyond giving back to me when I thought I was giving something out. Does that make sense? I really need to drink less tea in the morning, and I need to not wake up. My parents, I would like to say hello and welcome if you're new. Hi to Elizabeth. Hi to Kimberly. God, we have so many people watching. Okay, I digress. Today might go a little past a half an hour because I have a lot to say, and I do want to share the last step of our book, which I probably should do now. But I wanted to reiterate, hi Kimberly, hi Dee, how amazing it has been to see your work and to have it come back to me. And if you're wondering, my business partner Donna is watching. And she is here too because we're going to make an announcement. And it's been the best week. Kimberly just said, loved creating together. That has been the best thing ever. And I even, fit it in on January 1st. And I want to make it a habit. I did yesterday, based on our conversation, go out and buy a planner. Let me just tell you this about buying a planner. And I don't want to offend any planner people. Planner people are great people. They are so artistic. It's an art form. The washi tapes, the stickers, I get it. I needed a calendar. So I went yesterday to Michael's, and I bought one, and it came with stickers. So I was like, oh, I'm throwing those away. But let me just tell you, I started it, and this is all dedicated to your artful journey. So I'm mapping out, Donna right now is probably sitting there like this going, thank God she got a calendar. Okay, I did all my Facebook Lives for January, so I'm already working on those topics. My Wine with Wine, I scheduled that for January. If you're part of your artful journey, that is just specific and to you guys, exclusive to you guys. But basically, we drink wine and we create. So look at, I have a calendar. And Donna is probably sitting there right now going, I wrote everything out. I wrote everything out that I need to do. And I selected, and if you're wondering, Tracy Weinzapfel Studios right now, that's Donna. I'm not magically typing at the same time. I can juggle, but yeah, this is Donna. Okay. So, and that's good because Donna takes over. I love that. I am going to tear out. I don't want to hear anybody. I'm not going to tear this out because it says "Let pretty things bloom." But doesn't this look like something I could paint? That's why I did it. And then I picked out like there were the ones with those binders, and you could add pages and you could take out pages. And I just started looking at it. First off, I had 60 ounces of water in me at Michael's. So let me tell you, my attention span was, where's the bathroom? But I picked one out. I'm tearing the stickers out. I don't think I'm a sticker. I don't. Donna's like, I'll keep them in here, but I can't see me putting emoji stickers in my book. Maybe I should. All right. Then it says be kind. And the calendar at a glance. So I have every topic. Donna wants me to plan early. Just so you know, Donna is the person who kind of makes everything happen. When we partnered up, I told her the one thing I wanted to do was paint. I don't want to, I just want to paint. I know that sounds bad, but it takes a lot to run a business and to have this as a business. And you all know I've had it as a business before. And I was customer service, and I was, some things kept me away from painting. So I literally told her when we did this, I want to paint. But of course, I have to be involved, and it has to be me, and she gets that. That's what you need. You need a partner who gets you. But anyway, and she's fun, and she's my friend. But look at that. That's 1 week in January. And if you flip the page, I already started the following week. Okay, and I even put little check boxes so when I do it, this brings me to you guys. Every Wednesday, I'm on Facebook Live. Any topic you want to cover, do not hesitate to drop me an email. Put it in here because Donna's watching. I'll try to watch too. I try to do everything. We're going to finish our page right now, and I'm going to talk during it, but I want to hear what you want to talk about. That has to do with art journaling, life. Last week's Facebook Live, you're welcome to go watch it, became a lot more emotional for me than I thought it was because I shared something that I had gone through, and my friend who has cancer, who prodded me on to pick back up my paintbrush, happened to be there, so it turned into a I'm not going to cry moment. But I'm not shy about covering different things that have led me to share and who I am and what goes in my art journal. Because depending on where you're at on the success path of art journaling, beginner, never picking up a paintbrush, so I get it. You're concentrating on picking up that paintbrush and just getting something on paper. Uh-oh. You're on camera. That's my son. I get it. You can't be sitting there going, I want to navigate my feelings at the same time. I understand that. That's a lot to cover. But as you get into this, you're gonna feel the connection. I will tell you, when I just picked back up my paintbrush in the hardest of times, I wasn't really trying to connect with my feelings. I was trying to disconnect from those and escape. So don't worry about where you're at. Just enjoy it. Take every morning, afternoon, evening meditation, whatever time you're setting aside to enjoy that process. Okay, enough preaching. But let's talk about what we've done all week, okay? Because it's been pretty freaking fabulous. All right, so that's my journal. I'm so proud of myself. And I have like I lost it. I have my... look at this. And now I have to glue it back together. Great. Okay, I'm not about perfection. Don't worry. It's already broke. All right. I'm going to complain. All right. So I'm going to just switch. I need to switch this. I want to turn off the manual focus for a minute. That drives me insane. Or the autofocus, it kind of drives me insane. If you're just joining, don't hesitate to say where you're from, what you're about, your favorite food. Do you like walks on the beach? I get it. I want to hear all about it. Okay? I especially want to hear, what you've thought about this week. So, Day one, here's what we've done. This is what we've done. And this is the week broke down. Sorry, I thought I turned off the autofocus, but I guess I didn't. There we go. I did. Okay, we first drew this out with a Sharpie. So yes, I drew it. It's on YouTube, okay? Number 2, we watercolored all the flowers. Colored them all in. On Wednesday, which we met in the afternoon because I had 4th of July plans, we added the details to the flowers. Yesterday we did the border. I showed you how to vignette things if you chose not to put a border on it. But let me just tell you, the borders that you guys shared blew me away. Okay, today we're going to talk about finishing your page. I am at peace with where this page has led me. I get asked all the time, how do you know you're done? Well, you have a feeling, or you start to put so much on the page that it's just like, it becomes too much. Back off, you're done. I mean, you don't, there was a word for this somebody gave me one time, and I can't remember what it was. Good morning, Christina, while you're taking Christmas down. Good morning, Dina. So anyway, if you wanted to add more to it, I totally get it. I even left this flower kind of plain. I'm just not going to do so much on it. Oh, did I say 4th of July? I did say 4th of July. Oh my goodness. Okay. Sorry. It was New Year's, but it felt like 4th of July. One should not drink champagne. Anyway, so Peg just said watercolor is new to me, and this has been just a great exercise for you. That is what I wanted. I wanted you guys to get a little tidbit. Kimberly said my page is curled. Mine too. Not the end of the world. Okay. We're going to fix that today. We're going to talk about paper and its qualities. Good morning, Bonnie. So I'm going to get rid of everything. Oh. And I'm going to talk about paper for a minute. Paper is a porous material. It has fibers. And what happens is when you fill the fibers on one side, what will happen is you'll notice it will curl up and it'll bend toward that item that you put in there to fill the fiber, basically. So if you do the same to the back side. Now, a lot of people ask me why I don't paint on the back sides. This is my teaching journal, by the way. I'm giving you a snippet of what's to come. But this is just really what I'm putting ideas in. Now, you see the back of this page. It's painted. So you see how flat these pages have become now because I treated the back of it. Now, if you paint on the back of it, I'll go to this full camera so that we can see the whole thing. Okay, if you paint on the back of it, you won't have that problem. It will go back. Good morning, Jody from Perth. The other thing is weight. Obviously, if you weight it down, it will help. But I always, here's one that I sealed. I always seal the backs of my pages. And I don't usually paint on them. And I do that by choice. Just by habit, I guess, maybe by choice. So I did the same in this book. This is just my, journal book. And I painted, this one was a rainbow of colors. And then I have another one. This book has really taken a beating, but I love it so much. Here's my latest one, which, by the way, whoops. I only have a couple pages to finish in this, but I am going to start a new one for 2020. So here's a different book. Whoops. And I just went with black. Carbon. Obviously, I didn't finish this page, but so I only have 3 pages left in this book, and I do have a habit, not a habit, I have a saying that I don't tear out any of the pages in my book, and that's because every page for me is a learning experience. So for those of you who are tearing out pages, and I think you know who I'm talking to, try and not do that because, it's like tearing a page out of your life story. It's all part of how you are you. And that's just how I look at it. And I still do have my art journals. I do use a chalk paint. So now we're going to talk about the front. Let's talk about the front, then we'll talk about the back. Spray sealers. I use a spray sealer. You're going to hear me talk for a minute. I use a spray sealer when I use water activated items. Remember we use that Stabilo Aquarellable, hello, aqua, water. If I use a brush on varnish with anything that is water activated, that white Signo, Uniball Signo, that is that brushes off with water. So if you go and brush a varnish over the top, what's going to happen is you're going to brush your artwork off, or it's going to bleed, which you really don't want. I will give this a quick spray, but I'm going to walk out really quick and walk outside just really quick. If you use a spray sealer, you want to follow the directions. I use these. This is gloss. This is matte. Matte is great if you want to work over the top of it, because you can still work over the top and add another layer. However, and glossy, I love the effect of glossy. When you seal your pages, you do a couple of things. You protect it. You protect it from dust. And for example, one time I had some of my artwork in a suitcase that got wet. It bled the rain. I watched it from the airplane sitting there. The zipper, it bled and it wet a lot of my art journals. Believe it or not, most of them were successful and didn't even move because I had sealed them. So that's one thing. Now, obviously you might not put your art journal through a rainstorm, but mine happened to go through one. I also lost a very expensive pair of boots that the airlines paid for. And then they asked me how much my artwork was worth, and I was like, it's priceless. The boots did have a price tag, so I could even show the receipt for that. Thank you, Jody, for saying that you love my work and that you have to get back into your art journal. I highly recommend it. I do. Okay, so the other thing it does when you seal your artwork is it really does pop the color, and it just gives it a finished feel. To me, too, it also, in my mind, mentally makes me feel like I'm finished, because I'm the kind of person who will obsess, find things that are wrong with it. I do have OCD. I can obsess about anything. Trust me on that. So, to me, once I seal it, unless I have a plan to keep working upon it, then it's done. We put that page behind us. If you do want to use a brush varnish, I still recommend you give it a nice thin coat. Somebody asked me about Sharpies running when I use a sealer. Here's the secret. Thin layers. You can put, it's a spray. You can do a couple of layers. You don't have to saturate the paper. If you saturate the paper, the alcohol in the Sharpie will run with the sealer. That doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It just means don't be surprised if it happens. And the other thing you will notice, and I don't know if I have, sometimes I have an example out. When you spray it, it will leak through to the other side, which is another reason why I paint the other side. So just be cognizant of that and don't say, it didn't work. And that's just my experience. How about that? Okay? So once you seal the front of it, you need to let it dry. If it's a gloss sealer, it takes longer to dry than a matte. You can use a heat gun on the matte, I recommend. Sometimes on the glossy, it will tend to bubble, so be really sensitive to that. A heat gun or a dryer is heat. So it speeds the process up, but it can also add some bubbles, which I've done on purpose. But that's my whole lecture on sealing, okay? I will run outside in a minute, but I think what I'm going to do first is paint the back side so I can kind of give you a visual on that. Now, this book is spiral bound, so I know, nice clean edges. I keep saying it. Nice clean edges. So I'm going to just take some painter's tape. I like to keep the spine and every once in a while I act like I know I have OCD, but I know I have it. So, all right. I'm going to choose just a... Now with these, you want to shake them up, especially if they haven't been used in a while. Chalky Finish is matte. It's really great on furniture. I'm using this. This is Deco Arts. They make it in big. Here's another one that's just a bigger size. This is black. I leave it up to you. This, I'm just sticking in between. I'm going to get a nice flat brush. This is so easy. You guys will... I don't even bother with a palette. Just make sure you mix up your paint. Ooh, that's a pretty color. I guess I picked out 2 colors. And try and not get it on your artwork. You know, you really don't want to do that after you work so hard. But the good news is we have that big black border. So chalky paint dries quickly, and you can see it drying. So I can throw a heat gun on this, and it's done in minutes. That's another reason I like it. The other reason I like it is because, for example, if you do spray gloss finish or you use a gloss varnish, the opposing page, if you make it all glossy, it could stick if the sealer isn't cured, which I have a habit of rushing everything in my life. A couple of other things that work really well are matte medium and decoupage. Same thing, matte medium, decoupage. So if you don't want to paint a color, I don't know, I figure it's my art journal. The other thing is I use black all the time. Your Uniball Signo pen will work great on this. But yeah, people have asked me matte medium. I've used that. I love it. It's just, my pages tend to get a little, oh, sorry, I could have turned it onto this. See, I always have something. I think I just put paint on my face. It's already starting to kind of lay down a little bit. Which is what I'm going to feel like doing in a little bit. My parents left at like 5 o'clock in the morning, so I got up with them just to see them off. And I'm one of those people that kind of, once I'm awake, my feet hit the ground and that's it. That's all she wrote. Oops. See how much of this I got on the other page. All right, done. That went on really well. Put that in there. Okay, I'm just, see, it's already starting to lay down, which is great. Oh, sorry. Oops, sorry. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, I'm going to just throw a heat gun on this. And again, once I seal the front, oh, clear gesso will work too. Yes, gesso will work too, but I find gesso, because it is so much thicker, especially if you leave it sitting for a little bit, it has a tendency to be a little harder to work with. But yes, same thing. Basically, you're just filling the fibers. Now, the great thing about this paint is you can kind of see when it's dry, and I love that. I know this was so... You're like, I'm tuning in for this? Okay. Sorry, but there's something completely satisfying about doing that. And I don't always use books with spines. So the last book I used was sewn in. Now, do you see the difference in the page? Oops, let's see if I can just show you. Already it's laying down. Great questions. I love questions. Ooh, it just feels so good. That's it. That's dry. So you get the idea that now our page, we have, it's a miracle. It worked. Hopefully it's dry because I'm flipping it back over. And again, once I take the sealer and spray the front of it, it's done. We call it a day. I don't know. Sign it. Put your date it. People do that. I don't. I know it's bad. I'm not going to spray these. It does say on here, well-ventilated area, but I will show a photo once I've done and spray. Can't really tell the difference. It does make the color pop more. But what size book am I using? No, Maria, no bad questions. I am using, if you're wondering why pages are half done, this is my teaching book. Mixed Media Canson 7 by 10. 7 inches by 10 inches. Okay. But do you see? Laying, oh, you can't see. Laying down. I should have showed you like this angle before, but it was all curled up. So I think you will find that that's kind of the miracle cure for paper that's curling. And over time, your book is not going to, I mean, this thing is flat as can be. Now, it's thicker than it started, and I even had torn out pages in this one. It's definitely thicker than when it started. Again, it's a personal preference whether you paint on the other side. If you paint and fill up the other side, then that will do the same trick. I, on the other hand, just prefer to paint it, call it a day, and buy another notebook. If I'm in an art journal for too long, I get bored. It's the same thing with everything, I guess. It's really not a bad thing, good thing to say, but second cup of tea, I'm going to be doing jumping jacks at the gym for sure. All right. I think I answered the questions. If you missed any of the videos, day 1 through day 5, they are on YouTube. You can watch them. I labeled them by day. This will be the same way. Okay, so I will do a giveaway. If you email me or on Tracy Weinzapfel Studios, tag me on one of your pages. I would like to save it, or the page you did for the week challenge, or what this week inspired you to do. If you haven't finished it, there is no grading system. I just want to hear from those who join me, and I've already heard from a lot of you, so I just feel so thankful and blessed and happy that that has been the case. And the feedback I got, if you want to do it again, I will be doing it again. Oh, good. I love that I'm hearing that you guys love this mini series. It really was something that came to fruition that Donna and I talked about, and was like, I just want to break everything down bit by bit so that you can see you don't need 3 hours a day. I'm not asking you to try and find that time, but this week reminded me that scheduling that time, a half an hour, you made it a point to be here a half an hour every day, or you made it a point to watch my YouTube video or paint with me. So it's all doable. We proved it. It's doable. Okay, so I will do, and it's probably where I'm going to give it away, probably over the weekend. Like I'm going to pick, because I want to make a video today, hopefully when I get back from the gym. So the sooner the better you can share your artwork. If it's not done, don't fret. Don't ever fret. Send it to me over this weekend. But it's already made it in my planner. That is already busted. See, look what happened. Those stickers weighed this down. Fun and inspiring. Those are the 2 words I want to hear about myself. Okay, which reminds me, next Wednesday, Facebook Live, we're going to chat. Okay. I've been working in my art journal. Each day you inspired me to do this. Every step counts. Do it, do it, do it. Okay, that leads me to talk about, I think I covered everything. I know Donna will remind me. Okay, so everybody's been asking, and I've been getting emails about Your Artful Journey. It's yourartfuljourney.com. That is something that we started in November. We had a founding group drive that was very successful, and now we are into the membership part. We had 1 opening so far in December. We only do this for limited times because I want everybody to get the content in bits and pieces, just like I'm doing. And every month on Your Artful Journey, it's a private community. So it's a Facebook group that we've been sharing. That's why I've seen a lot of artwork. You are so welcome for those saying thank you. So I'm going to be giving, yes, Peg just said, I'm going to be ripping those stickers out, and your prize is going to be the stickers from my planner. It's not. Although I'm probably going to throw them in there just so I'm not stuck with them. Every emoji sticker you ever wanted. I'm wondering if they have the number 2 one where you could stick that in, like, today was a bad one. Hold on. They are emojis. Oh, no, but there's an angry face. I like it. There's a laundry basket. I don't know about you, but I don't need actual reminders to do my laundry. And there's paw prints. Okay, every day is about my dog. So it's just how I am. If I have too many choices, I can't do anything. But anyway, so we are reopening this weekend, Friday to Sunday. I think it's 8 p.m. I lost my notes. Donna can correct me. Central Time. I think it's 8 p.m. Central Time it closes, so it's only Friday to Monday. And every month you get, we do Wine with Wine, which is one time a month, and that's painting together with Q&A and wine for me. You can drink whatever you like. Also, you get tips. You get tips and techniques every month. We are having a challenge. So every month I'm going to challenge you to do something. And basically it's loaded into the homepage, and every month new information is released. I still do all the Facebook Lives. I will still do all that here. But I do more on the Artful Journey page, and I'm making it more of a habit to get on there. And I am going to carry this over so that I make it a habit to do my art journaling in the Artful Journey group. So whether you join me or not, it'll be in there. You know, whether you can join me live, but it'll be in there. That will keep me more on track, because I do have a saying where it's like a half an hour a day in my art journal keeps the anxiety and the doctor away, literally. So I'm going to try and do that. And the times are going to be mixed up because I work. It'll be sometimes in the afternoon after work, but it'll be in the morning or it'll be in the evening. And I want to just jump on there and do something more like this where I'm inspiring you guys to just paint live and join me and hang out. And that's all of your Artful Journey. It's subscription based. It's per month. It's $28 a month or $280 for the whole year. So that's 2 months free. Does that make sense? Yes. So Donna is posting the links, and if you're a member already, don't worry, you're already part of that. We launched in December, and now we're doing a flash sale for just this weekend, and then the next one isn't until months. I don't know when it is. I don't remember when it is. Okay, I thought we wrote it down. But the price won't be the same. The price will rise. We kept it the same, this flash sale, as the last one, and I'm really excited to grow the community and be a part of this, because every day people are posting stuff that is inspiring, and I want to keep going. And you don't have to post pages when they're done. I'm going to name names here. Peg, which I love, has been posting her page as she goes along so that we could see her process. For me, it's about putting something out and having it come back, because that's what happens in art journaling or any type of art. And it doesn't mean necessarily sharing just when the page is done. I think you guys have seen what I do with my artwork when I put quotes with it. And then I make a time-lapse video so that you guys can see it. I do that on purpose so that you could see the process, because really with any type of art, there's a beginning, a middle, an ugly, and an end. You really have to work through the ugly. I know that's crazy, but every time I will look at a page, and I think I mentioned with this, I think I mentioned with this particular page, and everybody's like, it's looking so good, it's looking so good. There was a point where I really didn't like it, and that point is the point where I feel like backing off, being done, letting it collect dust, ripping it out, or burning it. That's not an option. There are no mistakes, and things can be fixed, and that's what I'm trying to teach. Shara just said, right, I love seeing the creation. I love seeing the creation too, so don't think you just need to show the perfect. Even in our artful journey, I've had people post something and say, I don't know, it's missing something. Or I look at it and I'm like, oh my God, just splatter some paint on it. I did that yesterday with I think I showed this yesterday. I'm making this little book. It's almost done. I've been working on it in bed. I showed this page with just the flower, and I couldn't figure out. It just needed something, and all I did was splatter paint, and it just added something better, And that's what that group is for. It's for us to feed off one another. Peg is using a book that I noticed was longer than horizontal, more than portrait. So I think the new book that I'm going to start for 2020 is that size, and I have one that's a watercolor book. I'm using what I have. So that is, it's not like where I'm just spewing the information and everybody's running off. It's really where we're sharing it and coming together and kind of holding each other accountable to create every day. And this whole week of being back in it with you guys has meant more to me than you will ever know. So I invite you to join me on that. And every month, I will tell you that I already have our Wine with Wine scheduled. I think that's one of my favorite things because it's most me and it's just painting live. If you guys can think back to when I did Mixed Media Mondays, there's a lot of those videos. It is exactly like that format. Peg, if you don't mind sharing the size, I do have a watercolor book that I'm going to use, but I think that was a handy size to share. Excuse me, my throat's dry. Okay, great. She's even pointing out. I love that. And the other thing I'm doing with your artful journey is there is a resource page because number one I get asked is, what are you using? So I'm going to add to that. I'm adding another resource to that, and it's going to be a FaceTime Live topic that's coming up in January, February, and those are creative books that I've read. So those are going to go on the research page. I am a tried and true kind of person. I only like to promote something if I've used it, like it, love it, or if I have something to say about it, like this is what I did. I do get sent things. They don't always make the cut, but I want to keep adding to those resources so that you have them and you can see what I use. I just bought a new set of paints that I happen to love. Those are going to go up there next. I love it that Jody said I miss Mixed Media Mondays. You know what, Jody? I loved it. It was a season of my life that I love so much. But directions needed to change. I needed to change. I needed to hang up that for a while, but I'm back and I feel more passionate about what I'm doing. And it's on my terms. Does that make sense? I mean, Mixed Media Mondays became such a big thing that I couldn't even, like on Mondays, oh my God, I have to take the trash out. I have to cook dinner. And I wanted to lend some more flexibility while putting more of myself out there, which I don't even know how is possible. But it's all in balance. And I have a journal, or I have a planner. It's probably going to go to the gym with me this morning so I've been writing endlessly. So if you have any ideas and topics, don't hesitate to ask me. I will be sharing things that are outside the creative realm and talking about things that are just real life. Dee said, I'm glad you're back. Me too. I will talk about the things that kept me away. And I did that. I touched on it last week, and that was amazing to me. So flash sale all weekend. I'll be popping on and probably talking about it. And there we go. Peg says it's about 5 by 8. Perfect. That's all we needed to know. I have one that I'm going to use. I think it's about that size. And it'll be different because I'll be working in a horizontal mode. Kimberly said, don't get overwhelmed. Do what you want, Tracy. All is good. You know what? I realized that. I think what is important, and I guess because I don't work for I worked for another company before, I get to call the shots. I think on New Year's Day, I decided I really don't want to wake up at 8 o'clock. I was up at 6, but I really want to go to breakfast with my friends. And so I appreciated everybody understanding that on Wednesday I pushed the morning meditation to afternoon meditation. I just want my word of the year. I have it. I wrote it down. It feels right. And it has to do with this. But I'm not going to say what it is. It has to do with this. So I will leave you today with just my sincere thanks for joining me this week every step of the way. When I get off air now, as Christina said, thank you, and our tree is done. Mine was packed up. I will have this immediately loaded to YouTube. For those of you who I've noticed are going to my YouTube channel and subscribing, that's the best way to be notified when I upload a new video. And look at that. Even Andy is creating again, which I love. And Andy, I have a little gift going out to your, I think you said niece. I forget relation. Christina said, love your enthusiasm in you. I love you too. And I will see you in Oklahoma, I think. I think I got to find a roommate. I gotta book a room. I'm going to teach, and that's just going to pour over into what I'm doing. This is everything I'm doing. I'm putting it out there. I'm going to stay in my own lane. I am pulling inspiration for things I've done and learning, and I just want to share it. There's I think the best thing, niece, thank you, Andy. I think the nicest thing I get asked is, how do you, and whatever that question is, I want to try and find an answer. I don't mind experimenting in my book when you ask me. I don't mind when you say, does something work, and you don't want to try it in your book. I don't care. This is what I'm setting up as my teaching books. That's why you see pages are undone, and I'm just doing them as I go along. I will try them. Denise, I get to see her too. Okay. Kimberly said, my page is laying nice and flat. We solved that problem. Thank you, Andy, for saying Tracy is awesome. Oh, just saying. She's the... Thank you. I think I love it. I love it so much. It feels good to have, when you step back from something and you think it all disappears, and then one day I shared one art journal page and it was just like, whoa, and I loved all the people saying, you're back, you're alive. And I'm thinking, I never died. I was here. But I did, I stepped back. So if you're wondering how to be part of what I'm doing again, it's through your artful journey, and that is where my heart and soul are going to be put in my efforts. And I even bought a planner to do it and to stay on top of it, because in order to have Donna push out the information, she wants to know what's coming from me, and that's how I'm going to share. Oh, Dee says you're coming out in February. I will be teaching in October in Oklahoma. But I'm going to be teaching locally as well. I want to dedicate this year to two things: turning 50 and being my best, and being there for my twins who are graduating and not missing 1 second of the last in high school as they go on in their path on to whatever they're going to be doing. I'm guessing colleges, because we're getting acceptances. But that's why I'm not committing to a full schedule of teaching. People are asking me, and I'm like, I'm just watching my calendar and dedicating myself to being the best I can be when I turn 50, well now, and also being there for every second of my kids, every second. But after that, and who knows? Never guess what the next chapter holds. So I thank you. I'd love to see some gum leaves, wattle, and bottle brush. Hold on. Can you tell she's from Australia? And yes, I went there to teach. I'm looking for a pen. Jody, you have to drop me an email. Of course, I have a white pen. That's not going to do me much good. See, all these things I have to look up. I have to learn, look up, and be part of what I'm doing. And I loved the vegetation in Australia. Okay. 50s is absolutely the best personal decade. I just turned 53 and I never look back. I'm ready. I'm ready. I keep saying I'm hanging on to the 40s, but I'm ready. You ain't seen nothing yet, kids. Okay. I will close with that. And I thank you. It's all been great. It's all been fabulous. Any day I wake up on the green side of the grass, I'm thankful for. But I'm really particularly looking forward to this year. And I think there's just so many changes going on, which is scary, but great at the same time. Okay, I kind of kept it to a half an hour, a little bit over. But I'm going to go to the gym. I'm coming back to record some videos. I will be in my studio all day. I have the house to myself, and I'm happy about that. Okay. I will see you guys next Wednesday. And don't forget, if you do join your Artful Journey, you will get an invite to join the Facebook page because I'll see people there all the time. And you haven't missed my word, Tommy Joe. That's next Wednesday's topic. And before I released my word, I wanted to create with my word. So I have a goal by next Wednesday to have my page with my word all together. Okay? I'm going to share it. But I'm not going to share it until then. I was trying it on for size. Okay, guys, I will talk to you. Oh, what time next Wednesday? 5:30 p.m. here, Tracy Weinzapfel Studios. I will make sure to set up events for the whole month that seem to be helpful. I also try to, the day of, put this video on so that you can hit get reminder. But if you put that you're going to the event, it will send you a reminder. It doesn't mean I'm checking attendance and you have to be there. You'll see the replay. Got it? No sharing my word until next Wednesday. Watch me. It'll slip before then. But enjoy. Thank you so much for starting your day with me. I'm going to go seal this page outside, and then I'm going to the gym, and I'm right back here. I will talk to you, and I hope to see some of you decide to join your Artful Journey. And thank you.